Before we begin, I want to tell you the order on how to make the Houndstooth corset. First is the corset cap. We make 2 pieces. Second is the middle, which connects the 2 caps together. Third is the body of the corset. Fourth, we make a string to close the back. And the last part is the shoulder straps. To make the houndstooth pattern, we will use griddle stitch. Griddle stitch is alternating single crochet and a double crochet. To begin, make a magic ring. We are going to make stitches in the ring. Make 1 single crochet, insert the hook into circle under both strands of yarn. A double crochet, a single crochet, and double crochet. In the last stitch, we will join B yarn. Make the double crochet until you have 2 loops on your hook. Close the ring by pulling this end. Join B yarn, wrap the cut end around the hook, and draw through the 2 loops. Okay, that's row 1, row 2, chain 1, and then turn. Every row we will carry the non-working yarn unless stated otherwise. For this row, it's A yarn. We also take the yarn end of B yarn to save us from moving this later. Starting this row, we are going to increase at the beginning and at the end of the row. In the first stitch, make single crochet, double crochet, and single crochet. So there's 3 stitches in the first stitch. If you find confusing to recognize the first or last stitch, please use the stitch marker. Okay, in the next stitch, double crochet. Third stitch, single crochet. In the last stitch, we increase, make 1 double crochet, single crochet, and double crochet. Make the last double crochet until there's 2 loops on the hook. Place B yarn at the front, join A yarn. Row 3, chain 1, turn. Carry B yarn. In the first stitch, make single crochet, double crochet, and single crochet. So we made an increase in the first stitch. Next stitch, double crochet, single crochet, repeat, alternate a double crochet and single crochet. In the last stitch, increase, make double crochet, single crochet, and double crochet. Don't finish the last double crochet because we need to join B yarn. But before that, I want to show you this. If you turn your work, you might see the other yarn through stitches. Pull the inside yarn before every color change. But don't pull too much. The width of your project should stay the same after every row. Row 4, chain 1, turn. In the first stitch, make an increase, single crochet, double crochet, and single crochet. Continue making the rest of the stitches, alternate single crochet and double crochet stitch. Single crochet into the double crochet you just made from previous row, then double crochet into the single crochet. In the last stitch, make an increase, double crochet, single crochet, and double crochet. So that's the end of row 4, and right now you should have 16 stitches. From here, I'm going to let you make the rest of the rows. Keep making increase at the beginning and at the end of the row until you have a total of 24 stitches for extra small, 28 stitches for small, medium 32 stitches, large 36, and extra large 40. By the way guys, if you want the written pattern of the Houndstooth corset cup, I have it on my Etsy. The link is in the description box below. So this is my work. I have a total of 28 stitches because I'm making size small, and I did a total of 7 rows. From this row, we stop increasing. Row 8 to row 11, we make griddle stitch without increase. I will show you. Let me just change to B yarn first. Row 8, chain 1, turn. In the first stitch, make single crochet. Second stitch, double crochet. Alternate single crochet and double crochet up to the end of the row. And the last stitch should be a double crochet stitch. So that's the end of row 8. Change to A yarn for row 9. From here, I'm going to let you make row 9, 10, and 11. Repeat the previous row. And by the end of row 11, don't change yarn. Here is my work. I have a total of 11 rows. Row 11 should be A yarn, but if your project is light dominant, then your row 11 should be B yarn. Row 12 and row 13, we make a single crochet row. Chain 1. For these 2 rows, don't carry B yarn. Turn. In the first stitch, single crochet. Next stitch, single crochet. Keep making single crochet in each stitch up to the end of the row. Row 13, repeat row 12. Chain 1, turn. By the end of row 13, make single crochet until you have 2 loops on your hook, then change to B yarn. Here is my work. I have 2 loops on my hook. Join B yarn. Row 14, 15, and 16, we make griddle stitch, chain 1, and then turn. Starting this row, carry the non-working yarn. In the first stitch, single crochet. Second stitch, double crochet. Alternate single crochet and double crochet up to the end of the row. The last stitch should be a double crochet stitch. That's the end of row 14. Change to a yarn for row 15. By the end of row 15, cut a yarn. I'm going to let you make row 15 and 16. Repeat row 14. Here is my work. I made a total of 16 rows. I also cut a yarn. We will not use this color for now. For the next step is we make the border of the cup by making single crochet in each stitch. Start working on the top stitches, then the sides. Chain 1, turn. Make single crochet in each stitch up to the end of the row. For the side, turn work. Make 1 single crochet in each row. Each side, we should have 16 single crochets. So here, if you count the stitches, you should have a total of 16. Make one single crochet in the middle. Then continue making the border for the other side. Make sure to have 16 stitches. Okay, so that's the end of this row. Chain 1, turn. Next, we make 2 rows of single crochet, sides only. Don't include the top stitches. The last single crochet row, change to a yarn. I'm going to let you finish this row. This is the last row for the corset cup. By the end of this row, cut the yarn and weave in ends. Make a magic ring. Make single crochet, double crochet, single crochet, and double crochet into the ring. Make the last double crochet until you have 2 loops on your hook. Close the ring by pulling this end. Join the yarn. Chain 1, turn. Carry the non-working yarn. In the first stitch, make single crochet. Next stitch, double crochet. Single crochet. Then last stitch, double crochet. Make the last double crochet until you have 2 loops on your hook, then change to a yarn. For the next 2 rows, repeat the previous row. Row 5, we increase, chain 1, turn. In the first stitch, make single crochet. Next stitch, double crochet. In the third stitch, increase, make single crochet. Double crochet, single crochet in the same stitch. Last stitch, double crochet. For the next 3 rows, no increase. Row 9, increase, chain 1, turn, make the bridal stitch. In the fourth stitch, increase, double crochet, single crochet, and double crochet in the same stitch. Then finish the row making riddle stitch. For the next 3 rows, no increase. Okay, right now you should have a total of 12 rows. Cut B yarn, we will not use this color for now. Row 13, we make a border, chain 1, turn, make 1 single crochet in each stitch up to the end of the row. Okay, for the sides, we will make a total of 13 stitches in this side and make the same number for the other side. Make 2 single crochet in this stitch. Insert a stitch marker so it's easy to recognize the first stitch. Okay, so right now you should have 13 stitches. Make one single crochet in the middle. Don't include this stitch when you count the 13 stitches for the other side. Okay, right now you should have 12 stitches. To end this row, slip stitch in the first stitch. And this count as the 13th stitch. Next, we connect the triangle and the cups. Count 13 stitches and insert a stitch marker in the 13th stitch. Connect the left cup first. Flip your work so you are facing the wrong side of the project. Insert hook in the stitch where you have placed a stitch marker. Insert in the loop of the working yarn and pull through. Turn. We connect the triangle and the cup with a slip stitch. In the second stitch of the triangle, insert hook, and to the second stitch of the cup, yarn over, pull through, and to the loop also. Repeat up to the end of the row. Okay, so the left cup and the triangle are now connected. Cut yarn, chain 1 or 2, pull through the yarn and pull to make it secure. Connect the right cup. Connect the yarn in the stitch where you have placed a stitch marker. You can connect yarn whichever way you prefer. By the way guys, please take a moment to subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. Also click thumbs up if you like this video. Thank you very much. So here is my work. I also went ahead and weave in yarn ends. Part 3 is the body of the corset. We will make chains each side. Now the number of chains will depend on the measurements of your bust. Here is an example. This is also my measurements. So if you're my size, you can just copy my work. My bust is 34 inches. Divide by 2, it's 17. That's the measurement of the back. Give an allowance of 4 to 5 inches because the yarn will stretch. So for me, I deduct 5 inches from 17 and it's 12. Then divide 12 by 2 to get the length of the chains each side. For me, it's 6 inches. Attach B yarn in the first stitch of the left cup and make a chain of 35. Once you have your 35 chains, turn work this way. In the second chain from the hook, the loop where the hook is inserted does not count. Insert hook, join a yarn, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull 2 loops. That's the first single crochet. Insert a stitch marker so it's easy to recognize the first stitch. Now make griddle stitch, also carry the non-working yarn. So we already made our first single crochet. In the second chain, make double crochet. Keep making griddle stitch in each chain, and I will see you by the end of this row. So here is my work. I made my last double crochet until there's 2 loops on the hook. We join B yarn, but before that, now it's the perfect time to check if you see the yarn through the stitches. If you do, then pull the inside yarn or B yarn for this row. Make sure to tug on the dropped end of the non-working yarn to tighten up the stitch. In the next stitch, make a slip stitch. Chain 1, turn. In the first stitch, make single crochet. Carry the non-working yarn. In the second stitch, make double crochet. So the same pattern, make griddle stitch, and I will see you by the end of this row. So here's my work, and I'm at the end of row 2. Let me just make the last double crochet, and I will change to a yarn. Row 3, chain 1, turn, make griddle stitch, please feel free to insert stitch markers when you need it. Continue making griddle stitch, and I will see you by the end of this row. I'm at the end of the row. I made my last double crochet until there's 2 loops on the hook. Finish the stitch by joining B yarn. Then slip stitch in each of the next 2 stitches. Chain 1, turn. Make griddle stitch. Also carry the non-working yarn. So I'm going to let you make this row and the next row, which is row 5. I will see you again by the end of row 5. I'm at the end of row 5. In the last stitch, we increase. Make double crochet, single crochet, double crochet, make the last double crochet until there's 2 loops on the hook, then finish the stitch by joining the yarn. Slip stitch in each of the next 2 stitches. Row 6, chain 1, turn. So from here, I'm going to let you make the rest of the rows. Row 6, 7, 8, 10, and 12 make griddle stitch with no increase. Row 9 and 11 make an increase. By the end of row 12, cut yarn, and that's the end of this side. After, we do the same for the right side. The only difference is the beginning, and I will show you how to do that. So come back when you are ready to do the other side. This is my work. Now let's do the right side. Begin by making 34 chains. After making 34 chains, slip stitch into the first stitch of the right cup to connect. Chain 1, turn. Slip stitch into the second stitch. Chain 1, turn. We are going to make griddle stitch in these chains. Single crochet in the first chain. If you are not sure where to make the first stitch, from this end, count 34 chains, and on the 34th chain, that's where you begin. Row 1, make single crochet in the first stitch until there's 2 loops on your hook, then join a yarn. Okay, so this row is we are going to use a yarn, carry B yarn. Okay, so that's the first stitch. This one, insert stitch marker whenever you need it. In the next chain, double crochet. Then single crochet, double crochet, continue making the griddle stitch up to the end of the row. Change to B yarn for row 2. By the end of row 2, slip stitch in the next 2 stitches. Okay, so I'm going to let you make the right side. After, come back and we continue making the body of the corset. Here is my work. Let's continue making the body of the corset. Connect yarn in the first stitch. The last row is in B yarn. Connect A yarn. Make griddle stitch. In the middle, we need to make sure that we don't break the griddle stitch pattern. To avoid that, the total number of stitches that you add in the middle should be an even number. You should make double crochet in this stitch. So your next stitch will be single crochet, which you will make in the double crochet stitch of the previous row, this one here. So I'm going to make a single crochet here. Then double crochet. So in this stitch, make single crochet. I'm going to let you finish this row. By the end of the row, join the yarn. Chain 1, turn, and start the next row. From here, you can now continue this part by yourself. Keep adding rows until you have the length of the corset that you desire. For my corset, this part, I added a total of 16 rows. The only thing you need to remember for this part, the last row needs to be in B yarn. So second to the last row, after changing yarn, cut a yarn. And then we will make a simple single crochet border. So come back when you are ready to do that part. Here is my work. As you can see, I did not cut my A yarn. That's because I will use this project for another tutorial. I will make this into a dress, which by the way, if you are interested in making houndstooth dress, make sure to stay tuned. Okay, let's make the border. Chain 1, turn. Make sure to face the right side of the project. Then make 1 single crochet in each stitch. Okay, continue making 1 single crochet in each stitch and I will see you at this end. Okay, so I'm at the end. In the last stitch or the corner, make 2 single crochet. There's already 1 there. I'm going to make another single crochet. Turn work, 1 single crochet in each row for this side. And in this corner here, make 2 single crochet. Then turn work, make 1 single crochet in each stitch for this side, and when you reach the next corner, make 2 single crochet. Turn work, 1 single crochet in each row when you reach this corner. Since we already made 1 single crochet here, just make another one to make it 2, then slip stitch in the first stitch to end. So after the row of single crochet, chain 3, turn work. Now we work facing the wrong side of the project. We are going to make 1 row of double crochet. The 3 chains at the beginning count as the first double crochet. Starting in the second stitch, make 1 double crochet in each stitch. After the double crochet row, you chain 1, then turn work, then make another row, but this time slip stitch in each stitch up to the end, then cut the yarn. After all that, make the same for this side. Attach yarn in the corner stitch. Also, in the double crochet row, make sure to work facing the wrong side of the project. Okay, we are nearly done here. This part is fast. We make a long string like this one to close the back. Make a long chain. The length will depend on how long you want the string. So for mine, I did a total of 350 chains. I'm not going to show you the 350 chains. This is only a sample. Once you have the chains that you need, go back in each chain by slip stitch up to the end, then fasten off. For the shoulder straps, put on the corset and mark where you want to make the straps. Make 100 chains. Start with yarn B if your corset is more on dark color. Next, we will make one single crochet in each chain all the way down with yarn A. So insert hook in the chain, pull through. Now there's 2 loops on the hook. Join a yarn. Okay, so that's the first single crochet. Also carry B yarn. When you reach the last chain, make the last single crochet until there's 2 loops on the hook, then change to B yarn. Cut a yarn, turn work, then starting in the first stitch, slip stitch in each stitch all the way down. At the end of the row, cut yarn, but leave a long tail. We will use it to attach the strap to the corset. I will use slip stitch to attach the straps to the corset. You can use any method that you prefer. After attaching the strap, chain 1 or 2, secure the yarn and weave in end. Okay, so this is the end of the tutorial. Thank you for watching up to the end. Please give this video a thumbs up. Comment below, let me know if you managed to make this Houndstooth corset, and don't forget to subscribe. This will really help me grow my channel. Thank you once again and happy crochet!